Epic family. As you can hear, we just had a beautiful, beautiful baby girl. What you praising? You worshiping, or you boo-boo? Thank you all so much for your prayers. As you can see, we are preparing. Thank you to Selena, to Kevin. Listen, we're in the hospital still preparing to make sure that God's people are served, because this is what we believe in. But we want to say thank you for your prayers. Charity is recovering, spending time with my baby, but you know I wouldn't leave you without a word. We've been in a series, Got Saved, Now What? And I felt like there was no better message than to grab a message that outlines how one of the things that God does in our life, he does not just help us to be blessed to get a bag, but to become it. That we are not just to have material blessings, but to remember that we are a blessing. I had a chance to speak for Darius Daniels recently and said, man, this will be a phenomenal message for you to hear that will impact your life. So continue to keep us in your prayers and to enjoy today's message. Got saved, now what? Don't just pursue a bag, become one. You ready, baby? You gonna watch the word?
In the marketplace, and he's about to help you get ready. Buckle your seatbelt. Hopefully you haven't been disappointed with any presenter yet. Well, that's not going to happen now. I want you to make some Thrive 22 noise. Welcome to the platform, my brother Marcus Rosier.
What's up, family? You can leave that music playing. I'm sorry. I'm a little ghetto. I'm a mix between I was glad when they said unto me, and every time I go out, you know I got a show out. I'm a little mix between the two. How's everybody feeling this morning? Well, let's first, before I say anything, I can't open my mouth or say a single word without celebrating the most brilliant communicator I've ever met in my life, Dr. Darius Daniels. Can we clap it up for him? And can we also celebrate my sister, Pastor Shamika? Can we celebrate her also? Well, let's do it this way. I've got a lot to share with you, but I've got a few ideas and concepts that I think could be beneficial to you. Is it okay if I don't do the traditional speaker thing and talk about myself at all, who I am and all that? Can you just do that on your own time? All right. Can you Google, look me up later? I would rather serve you. I would rather serve you and use all of my time to give you something that's substantive. Is that all right? So here's the crazy part. I just happened to see a family member of mine from Panama City, Florida. I'm from a very small town. And I grew up with my mother and my father are pastors, and y'all know the drill. My mother and my father are pastors, and what's so crazy about it is we spent so much time in church, I thought I was from church. So I would be in school, and they say, where are you from? And I'm like, from church. And my mom would be like, no, you from Florida. Oh, from Church, Florida. But here's the crazy part. So my parents are pastors, and we used to travel all over, from Geneva, Switzerland to Frankfurt, Germany. We did church everywhere, and it wasn't beautiful like this with these padded chairs. It was pews. Now, I don't know if y'all remember those hardwood pews that would cause an NFL concussion. You fall asleep in church. You mess around, fall asleep in church, and boom, look, head not right. So my mom used to try to teach me how to pack, because we was always traveling from church to church to church to church to church. And I'm a little boy, maybe like 7 or 8, and she's trying to teach me, and you know how it goes as a parent, you're trying to teach your kid how to be independent, right? She's trying to teach me how to pack. So, of course, she sits on the bed like this, and she's telling me what to go and get, and all I want to take is Ninja Turtles and my Michael Jordan outfit. That's it. So I run and grab my little Ninja Turtle outfit. She's like, don't put that in the bag. I run and grab the next thing, and she finally gets mad, because she's like, son, you're not gonna take no underwear, no nothing. Don't need it. Well, she finally gets mad, and y'all know, like any black mama does, where you grit your teeth together and say, sit over here. You know it's serious when you grit your teeth together and say, sit right here. And she said something I thought was super powerful that made me think about you all. She said, son, we live in Florida. It's going to be snowing over there. You don't want to play in the snow? I'm like, yeah, I want to play in the snow. You don't want to enjoy the cold weather? Yeah, I want to enjoy the cold weather. She says, son, you don't pack for where you are, you pack for where you're going. And when I got ready to get on the stage, I remembered my mother's conversation. I thought it would benefit you because you don't pack for where you are, you pack for where you're going. And it made me think about you because chances are, in the bag of your personality, your education, your information, you have packed some things for where you've been, but not for where you're going. And you just might need to go shopping. Because chances are you will arrive at the beach with a winter coat. You will arrive with snow boots on the beach. And you will see something that you can't enjoy because you don't have anything in your bag you can reach inside yourself and pull out to enjoy what you're experiencing. This is the difficulty of people. Because we spend our entire life not realizing our Creator has packed our bag. And whatever you need for any moment you arrive at, you're supposed to be able to not reach inside your closet and grab Gucci shoes, although you should have some of those. You should be able to not reach inside your purse and pull out an Amex Platinum, although it's cool to have that. You ought to be able to reach inside of your information, your mind, your knowledge, your understanding, your comprehension, your skill, and pull out something that you need to sustain your life. Is that okay? So I think it's important for the next few moments if I can explain to you how to not just get to the bag, but how to become one. How do you become the resource that every room you walk into, if they hire somebody else, they hired wrong? If they pay somebody else, they wasted their money. If they choose somebody else, they chose wrong. You're the best at what you do. Can you say it with me? If they hire somebody else, they hired wrong. If they pay somebody else, they wasted their money. Point at yourself and say, I'm the best at what I do. So here's the part though. Here's the part you gotta grab. When you get to a place that you are not just pursuing a bag, but you become one, when you package your knowledge and become a knowledgepreneur, you selling to people is an IQ test. Right. It's an IQ test. Are you smart enough to see that I'm the answer to your question and pay me for it? It's not marketing, it's not sales. You're in pain, I have the solution. Are you smart enough to pay for it? When you package and become the bag, you know you want it, come pay for it. You know you need it. Can I go a little heavier with this and just talk, before I talk about becoming the bag, just a little business really quick? See, here's what always shocks me about people. Let's just say, I'm gonna use a woman example. You were wearing heels and you realize that your ankle swells every time you wear them. I'm just giving an example. It's an example. Hyperbole at best. And the doctor says, ma'am, now we got 3 options for you. We can get you a pill. It's not going to alleviate it, but it's gonna allow you to subsidize the discomfort. That's number 1. Number 2, he said, well, we can do therapy. It's not going to resolve the issue, but I'm going to teach you how to position your foot to walk in them and you'll still experience swelling. Or we can do surgery. And it'll alleviate it altogether and you can enjoy your life. Temporary discomfort, but you'll be okay forever. How much the pain pill costs? How much the therapy costs? This is how we make buying decisions. We buy pain pills knowing it won't solve our problem. Free webinar with no intention to buy. Won't solve the problem, just store more information. Surgery. Just keep showing up to get in the room, but never let the room get into you. Oh, okay, let me move, okay. I gotta move. So, can I give you a few personal development things of how to become the bag? Thank you so much. So, a couple of things you're gonna need to write notes. First thing you're gonna need to do if you want to become the bag, you wanna become the resource that people need. That when you connect with other people, their lives are made better. The only number that can be attached to another number and doesn't increase in value is a 0. So when we're doing addition, if you enter someone's life and you say, I just want to be in the room, and you're not looking to improve, but just be around people that are pursuing improvement, not saying anything negative, that means we are the zero attached to the person. That means their value remains the same, but yours doesn't increase either. But God deals in multiplication, doesn't he? So when a zero is attached to another number in multiplication, the number is reduced to the zero. So a person could be at 100, and if they attach to you in God's multiplication, we drag their value down. Are y'all hearing what I'm saying? What I love about God, Matthew 6:33, seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all things will be added. The promise of the kingdom is God plus anything equals more, and all things will be added. So if you're like God, you plus anything should equal more. If you are around someone and don't increase the value, you are not walking in your God likeness. Because seek ye first the kingdom and all things will be added. God plus anything equals more. You plus anything or anyone should equal more. You should increase the sum total of every room you enter into if you are functioning in your God identity. All right, so how do I become the bag? Okay, inside voice, Marcus, inside voice. How do I become the bag? Number one, write this down, fire your boss. Now, I'm not talking about your job, because I don't think that every person should be an entrepreneur or solopreneur. That is not my idea. Don't believe the hype on the internet when they say you making somebody else rich. No, you're keeping yourself from being poor. Come on. So when I say fire your boss, I am talking about you don't run your life, your habits do. How do I know this? Have you ever woke up in the morning and you wrote a to-do list and said, okay, so I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do this? Is that just me? But then you lay down at night and you realize you didn't do this, and you didn't do this, and you didn't do this. How could you tell you're gonna do something and not be able to keep your word to yourself? How could you give yourself a word and not keep your word to you, but be mad when somebody don't keep their word? Anytime you give yourself a promise to you and can't keep it, and nothing externally happens, it wasn't COVID 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, or 22. Nothing externally happened. It wasn't an accident. Power wasn't out. It wasn't a storm. Nothing internally happened. You didn't feel sick, headache, nauseous. So if nothing externally happens to stop you, and nothing internally happens to stop you, and you give yourself a promise that you're going to do something and don't do it, that is an area of your life that lacks personal development. It tells you this is an area of my life that my bad habits has become the boss. Ooh, did you get that? The first area of personal development is building self-trust. Can I give myself a promise and fulfill it? Can I tell myself to do something and direct my life to actually do it? What you're trying to do is have internal integrity. Do I trust me? You do realize you lose trust in yourself when you keep promising you something that never happens. I'm going to get up in the morning at 6 a.m. And your body like, bro, we don't wake up that early. We don't. You already know we got at least 6 snooze in us. Why is it so important when I say fire your boss? Because when you start looking at your life and you say, okay, I promised myself this by 2022, and nothing externally stopped you, nothing internally stopped you, it wasn't the devil. It was a habit of pledging your allegiance to the nation of procrast. I believe there's no such thing as procrastination. I believe that you just don't have a high enough penalty or reward to move forward. Because if the reward is great enough, you move. If the penalty is great enough, you move. Procrastination does not exist. You just mentally have not confirmed and connected to a high enough penalty or reward. I can't get up early. If they say they'll fire you, you will. I can't stop eating it. Okay, move on. Do you hear why I say fire your boss? Because there's a habit that is making you out to be a liar. Because most people wake up in the morning and write affirmations while their actions make it a lie. Okay, back it up. I'm blessed in the city, blessed in the field, blessed when we come, blessed going in. Okay, going out, right? These are affirmations. These are scriptures. But our actions have to align with it. Okay, very quick. Let's just coming around the mountain. Well, here we come. One of the terms used to describe God is be ye holy, for I am holy, right? Holiness. Holiness is not clothing. It is not ideas. It is integration. It deals with the word integration, that God is integrated within himself, that what he thinks, what he says, and what he does is integrated. Holiness is integration. The way that we become like God is to fire the boss of our bad habits, and we have integration between what we say, what we think, and what we do. Yeah. If you are outside of integration, you ain't running your life. Your habits are. Wow. Anybody ready to fire their boss? Yeah. Why is it important to fire your boss if you're gonna generate revenue and become the bag? Because, Dr. Darius, here's what happens. I've got to trust me so much and trust my process so much that I can make a promise to perfect strangers on the internet and know that I can keep it. In your business, you are going to, in your marketing, make a promise to people that you don't know. And whoever picks up on that promise and pays you, you got to trust you and your processes enough to know I won't be a liar. Which means before I can promise strangers on the internet, I first got to fire my boss and see, can I keep a promise to myself? All right, number two, after you fire your boss, the number two thing you're going to do is you're going to hire a handful of habits. Fire your boss, that's first. We're going to get bad habits out the way. Number two, we're going to hire a handful of habits. Just a handful. Why? Because I'd be lying to myself to say that I'm going to do all these things. But I'm going to grab about one or two things that I can make a promise to me that I'm probably going to get that wrong. I'm probably not going, I love you, wife, but I'm probably not going to be the most patient person. I'm going to try. But a handful of habits is where you grab the things that are connected to the goal that you want and you say, I'm just not going to mess this up. One or two things that you are certain of, I won't screw this up, I won't mess this up, I'll be consistent with this. Does that make sense? One of the habits that I think everybody should have if we're going to move our lives forward and be extremely successful in life is a singular focus. So you ever notice that a lion tamer tames a lion with a stool and not a stick? With a stool and not a stick. A lion tamer tames a lion with a stool and not a stick. Why? Because the lion, king of the jungle, one of the strongest animals, in order for him to pounce and attack, needs focus. So by using a stool, it paralyzes the strength of the lion because it cannot focus. So every time, the lion cannot get enough strength to pounce and attack because it does not have a focus. So the lion tamer realized if I use a stick, the lion can focus, but if I use a stool, the lion is always in a state of hesitation, in a state of procrastination, in a state of, I'm about to, I want to. So let's go Bible for a moment. So if we are staffed with the Lion of Judah on the inside of us, if I were the enemy of your soul, I wouldn't talk you out of anything. I'd just give you so many ideas that you're in a state of being paralyzed. I just keep dropping more ideas. Write the book, start a podcast, do this, do that. And you spend the whole year, here go January, February, March, April, May. You don't have a singular focus, although you're strong enough, bright enough, powerful enough. You are in a state without a singular focus, in a state of hesitation. The lion's strength, he's as weak as any animal in the jungle if he can't focus. Gifts and callings are without repentance. So the enemy can't take your gifts, but he hides it underneath your insecurities. It leaves you in a state of fire your boss. Hire a handful of habits. I promise me and God, I'm going to get this right. Does this make sense? Fire your boss. Hire a handful of habits. And the third thing you're going to do, this is going to be the practical side of it, create a work schedule. Create a work schedule. Now, here's how I move. I don't want to talk to nobody but God before 11 o'clock. And my wife. Hey, baby. Because those are my most productive and creative hours. So I do something that I think will be powerful for you all, where the first number is going to be your productivity number. The second number is going to be your number of rest. You ready for it? So let's just say you took a block of 4 hours. If you say, hey, my work schedule is from 12 to 4. It is undisturbed focus between 12 and 4. And you split the hour, and I do it this way. I'm going to give you 3 different ones. So I'm going to give you the numbers, 50-10, almost like blood, 50/10, 40/20, and 30/30. You ready? 50/10, 40/20, 30/30. You got it? Now, the first number is the productivity number. Second number is the rest number. So imagine if you set your phone in the other room and set the alarm, went undisturbed for 50 minutes, and when the alarm goes off, get up, and you got 10 minutes to scroll. 50 minutes of undisturbed, singular focus, 10 minutes of rest. You're like, bro, I ain't got 50 in me. Okay, cool. 40/20. For 4 hours straight, 40 minutes of relentless focus. Nothing gets your attention but the work. 20 minutes of rest. Oh, you're like, bro, okay, I'm trying, but 40/20 is enough. Split the hour, 30/30. 30 minutes of a singular focus, 30 minutes of rest. You could get more done in a 4-hour block doing this than you would with an hour of being distracted. So if you successfully spot the habit that makes you lie to you, hire the handful of habits, and create a schedule, how different would your life look 90 days from now? And every single day, you're becoming the bag. Because you would have now begun to shop and find things within yourself. Okay, back to the beginning. I began to talk to y'all about my mama and daddy, right? So here's what happened. My dad packed my bag with John, okay, Old Testament is Chaldee Hebrew, New Testament, Koine Greek. I mean, strong concordance where I had to memorize the numbers. Okay, son, 779. Okay, that's, now he gave me a bunch of spiritual things. My mama was a praying woman and a prophetic woman. But what had happened was, I got older and my bills started saying, hey, excuse me. And I realized that I had a bag full of prayers and scriptures, but in my bag I had spiritual development, but I didn't have personal development or business development. So I realized I need to make an investment and go shopping inside of somebody else's bag to get what I need. You get it now? I had been staffed with what I needed spiritually. I was on my way to heaven. I keep telling people, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, prayer is phenomenal for divine intervention, horrible for human laziness. It don't make sense to get God involved while you're not involved. The old church, Father, stop by the hospital. What you gonna be doing when God go there? And Father, I say, go by the courtroom. And where you gonna be? And Father, I say, add a 0 to the bank account. Okay, and what you gonna do? All right, with the time that I have left, now that I've taught you how to become the bag, y'all getting something out of this? Yeah. Now that I've taught you how to become the bag, I'm telling you, my parents, they did a phenomenal job. I could pray heaven down. I could read the scriptures. I can preach. I can look at the text. But I realized how do I turn my mind into money? How do I monetize these ideas? How do I stop becoming a window shopper of somebody else's life? How do I stop looking and gazing and dreaming about something that's available to me? Like, how do I do it? We are, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, in a new economy. I'm not sure if you're familiar or not. And this is why I love Dr. Dharius Daniels, because he has a sixth sense of where God is moving. Man shall not live by bread alone, but every word that proceedeth. It's not saying that you don't need bread, but he's saying that bread will never be enough. Right. Bread alone, you're going to need more. Right. You're going to need more than just the holy huddles of the 2-hour block and the 4 walls of space called church on Sunday. What he's mapping out and building is what you need for Monday through Saturday. There's 168 hours in the week. You don't become what you visit for 2 hours. So you are influenced by the 166 and think that 2 hours on Sunday is enough. 168 hours in a week. And, you know, the church thing isn't working for me. No. It was a deposit. What you do with what was invested into you. All right, it's a new economy. And in this new economy, I'm sorry, I ain't show y'all no love over here. Cousins, how y'all doing? I'm sorry. I love it. I could tell y'all cool over there. It's like playing a game of spades. Y'all gonna renege though. I saw you cut diamonds. All right. So we are in a new economy, family. And in the new economy, I believe that we are right where God wants us to be. And this is what our leader, my friend, my mentor, my friend-tor, Dr. Dharius Daniels is leading. Because he's preparing you for the new economy. It is the economy that God always wanted. Can I talk Bible for like 3 seconds? In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth was without form and void, and darkness hovered over the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the water. Then God said, let there be. In the beginning, God, who is an economy is made up of supply and demand. So God, who has all supply and can make demands, is an economy in himself. He has all supply and can meet all his demands. He's a self-sustaining economy. But he created the heavens and the earth. The heaven is an economy with supply. Earth is an economy with demand. And God, who is an economy sitting outside of heaven and earth, said, let's partner these two economies together. If the earth has sickness, heaven don't have sickness, heaven has the supply for it. You do realize money is the trash of heaven. The angels don't need it and God don't use it. You need money. But God don't give money, he give ideas. People. So he said, yo, I know what I'm going to do. I'm an economy. I'm going to create an economy. Let heaven and earth partner together. And anything you need, heaven got the supply. You got the demand. Now, ladies and gentlemen, here are the 4 resources of the economy, and then I'm out. Write them down and I'll unpack them. Economy, the first resource of this new economy is time. The second resource is thought. The third resource, you ready? Attention. And the fourth resource, skill. The first resource, time. The second resource, thought. The third resource, attention. And the fourth resource, skill. Now, here's what I love about God. He's removed the excuse from all of us. Because before coming here, I had texted my ex and with my wife's approval. And I was like, hey, Jay-Z, put Beyonce on the phone. I got a quick question. I got to go speak, and I need to ask you something because you got a whole lot of money. Quick question, did you and Jay buy any more time? And she was like, nah, same 168 that everybody that you're going to speak to have. I was like, okay, I got to go. Let me call my auntie. Hey, Auntie O, I know you're busy running your network, Auntie Oprah. Quick question, did you and Tyler buy any more time? And she was like, no, same 168. I was like, okay, cool, I'll let them know. See, God has removed the excuse off the table because all of us got the same time. Same 168 hours. So here's what God does to make sure that you can never go broke if you do one or two things. Here's the lesson. He said if they ever need anything, they got two options. Because I'm an investor, I invested 168 in everybody. So if you're ever without resources, you got two options. Sell your time for the money you need, or invest the time into a skill and sell the skill. If they ever need money in this new economy, I'm an investor. I gave them all 168 hours. Tell them to sell 40 hours for the money they need printed on a paycheck. Use the 128 to invest into a skill so they can buy back the 40 they sold. One more time, back it up like Juvenile for the 9/9/2000. 168 hours in a week. You got two options. Sell the time for the money you need, or invest the time into a skill and sell the skill. But where'd you get the time from? God. So we around here asking God for things that heaven and God don't provide, money. I told you, in this economy, we are finally aligned with kingdom. Finally. In the information age, it is the age of God. I call it Godonomics. Finally. It is not in the agricultural age where whoever owned the land made the most money. It is not in the industrial age that whoever owned the machinery. It's the information age, whoever has. Did y'all get the time equation? So you either can sell the time or invest the time. So if I was going to invest the time, I would invest the time into thought, invest the thought into attention, invest the attention into a skill, and sell the skill. I got streams of income. One more time? You say you missed it? Okay, one more time. Remember I told you the four resources, were time, thought, attention, and skill. So I'm going to either sell the time or invest the time into a thought. Invest the thought into attention, invest the attention into a skill, and I'm going to sell the skill. We got to move. We got to move. We got to move. This making sense? Oh, Lord. I don't know if y'all realize the Bible says that the love of money is the root of all evil. But it ain't never tell me that I couldn't become the bag where money loved me. I don't love it. But I believe money love me. It'd be like, hey, big head, how you doing? How your mama daddy doing? Be acting like Sinead, Martin charging for the fight. Somebody say money loves me. Ooh, you said that like you meant that, bro. I felt that in my sha-na-na-na-na. All right, so the first resource is time. And the second resource is thought. I got to give you something to write down. If it costs you more than a thought, you can't afford it. If it costs you more than a thought, you can't afford it. All right, so if I were to ask you, what would you do if you had $100 million right now? Okay, I'm going to travel the world, I'm going to buy a hotel, I'm going to go on a trip, and I'm going to do my thing, I'm going to travel the world, and I'm going to buy that car. It's going to sound like a rap song. Right? And it ain't no tithing back, boy. I'm going to buy the car, and I'm going to buy that clothes, I'm going to buy the belt, and I'm going to buy them shoes, I'm going to travel the world, and I'm going to buy that hotel. Ain't no tithing back, boy. Okay. And my question for you would be, how you got a plan to buy other people's thoughts, but not to package and sell your own? You're on the fast track to bankruptcy. Because when you stop thinking, you stop making money. Oh, oh, that thing smelled a little bit when I said that, didn't it? If it costs you more than a thought, you can't afford it. Because we're in an economy driven by thought, the goal now is not to not buy things, but what thought's going to pay for it? My wife and I, family, we got ready to travel a little bit. You know, we like to move around. And at the time, I'm a car enthusiast. Pray for me. You know, I love a Tesla. That's my joint. But we was in Florida, and I wanted the Corvette. I was like, I need that thing. Drop the top. You know, we be in Florida a lot. And I'm like, I don't want to spend my money, but what thought's going to pay for it? So I got in front of a camera because, remember, I invested my time, the thought, and my attention into a skill so I could do this. So I recorded something that people needed, packaged it, marketed it, sold it, and I never paid for the car. 60 minutes in front of a camera with a thought paid for it. When I decided I'm mentally unemployable. Because any amount you offer me, you can't afford me. I realized that my worth is tied to this new economy. I was mentally unemployable. I realized at that moment that I knew that in order to live the life I wanted, it wasn't about the money. I wanted to do ministry, but I needed resources. I said, I gotta be a millionaire. Now, where I'm from, my home, she know, if you can buy a smothered, covered, diced, and chunk, you was balling. And the fact that y'all know what a smothered and covered is, y'all country. Waffle House, okay. But I realized if I was going to become wealthy, my wealth wouldn't be tied to the work of selling time, because you're not going to sell. I can't sell the time for enough for you to pay me. Y'all understand what I'm telling you? This whole idea of selling thoughts. Let me break it down. These shoes, it's a thought. This $1,000 product, it's a thought. The plane you fly on, the car that you drive in, the hotel you stay in is a thought. The clothes that you wear, the places you go, the shows you pay to sit front row at are thoughts. So if you're going to function in this new economy, you have to sell your thoughts and take a percentage of what you make from the thought to buy other thoughts. Yeah. We got it? All right, I got to move. So come on, y'all help me. What's the third resource is attention. Oh, y'all a smart crowd. Y'all graduated valedictorian from Sunday school. You was bad. They sent you to go sit with your mama 3 different times. Get out of here, go sit with your mama. Attention. This part is going to change the game. When you realize your greatest commodity is not your time, nor your money, it's your attention. Because you spent time and gave things your time that never got your attention. You ever drove home, got all the way home, and don't even remember stopping at a traffic light? Yes. Took you 30 minutes to get home, you don't remember anything, because you're not where you are where your mind is. Go through a bad breakup, fly all the way to Bali, and all you'll be is back in the emotion and the place mentally of what you left. You're not where you are where your mind is. So, in this thought economy where attention is king, let me break it down for you. LeBron James get a healthy salary. Would we agree? Millions of dollars? Right? So millions of dollars for playing basketball and, of course, endorsements, all that, right? How can they afford to pay him millions of dollars? Let me break this down for you. You like, he only played for 48 minutes. He ain't selling time. He invested the time into a skill. Oh, this is good. So the media company says, I'm going to pay the NBA. Follow me, please, don't let me lose you. The media company says, I'm going to pay the NBA. The NBA is partnered with the owners. The owner pays the player, but how do they get the money? Because the media company says, I will pay you because if LeBron plays, the people will sit and watch, and we can monetize their attention. They will give you their attention for free, and everybody's getting paid except us. We are buying the thought. Think about it. We're buying the time, we're buying the thought, they're monetizing our attention, and we're paying for LeBron's skill. We are sitting outside of the ecosystem. Oh, I hope y'all get this. Anything that you have access to for free, i.e. social media, you're a free employee. Not saying you shouldn't, but how many times have you posted since you've been here? Stories and photos. I pay for ads. So they're selling me you. You get it for free. I pay for it to get your attention. The thing you freely give away, they're monetizing. This is the new economy. So now the goal is, how do I learn how to start monetizing the attention of others? You do realize when you sitting on them reels and you sitting there, baby, hey, call me back, I'm studying my lines. You're trying to learn the reels. Hey, call me back, I'm trying to study my lines. I'm trying to, okay. You do realize that social media gets all of us to work for free. You know who our competition is in business? Social media. Let me break this down. This is going to be the game changer for you. This is why you need i3. I promise you. Social media's job is to keep you on the platform. So they want you to post photos, videos, and then you say, well, man, my reach has shortened. And man, I used to post and everybody would like it, see it, now they don't even see your stuff, correct? In order for them to buy from you, they have to leave social media and click the link in your. Now, social media gets paid by keeping people on the platform. You get paid by getting people to leave the platform. You're in competition with their business model. Why would I let you keep sending people away from the platform where we're monetizing their attention? My brother owns a coffee shop. That's my man. He's been blessing me. But imagine me setting up shop inside your coffee shop selling coffee. First thing he gonna do, stop playing. Then he go, okay, bro. By the third one, it's gonna be nuck if you buck right, nuck if You get what I'm saying? When Instagram started, they didn't know of a such thing known as an influencer. Their business model was not ready for what we became. They didn't build the platform knowing that we would be knowledgepreneurs and sell our knowledge, our information. They're like, how are they learning about this new economy we're profiting off of? How are they learning to invest time, thought, attention into a skill and sell the skill? We got to change the algorithm. Oh, are y'all getting this? God, I'm almost out of time. Okay. So everybody got the attention piece, right? But I need to give you something practical with this. Something practical. So if we're going to monetize attention, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, one of the major things I teach is that you should not be selling. Please don't let this lose you, because this is the practical of how you get to a bag. You should not be trying to just convince. People love buying things, they hate being sold anything. Say it again. People love buying things, they hate being sold things. So when you show up on the internet saying, buy my program, buy my course, buy my webinar, you're like the person that's in the mall at the kiosk, and you walking by, hey, my man, buddy with the beard, buddy with the blue veil, you're like, that kiosk turned everybody into a liar, don't it? You'll pick up a phone, ain't nobody called. Phone ain't rang all day. Hey, my man, when I come back. Oh, Lord, when I come back. Now, why is that the case? Because you were in the mall on your way for something and they're interrupting your experience. People on their phone, scrolling. Kanye at it again. Yeah. Oh, Dr. D, this good. Oh, there go TD. Okay. Let's see, Shade Room. There go. And then in the middle of they scroll, here you come. Hi, so it all started when I launched my business. And I realized that people just like you wanted to be able to sell products and services. Click the link in my bio and buy my program, buy my course. But you're like, no. You're interrupting their experience because you're trying to sell them something instead of serving them with what you can potentially sell. So instead of the kiosk, who should you be in the mall in this equation of marketing? Teriyaki chicken, want one? Cousin? Now, you walking through the mall. Yeah, baby, you want anything from Chick-fil-A? I'm finna go to Chick-fil-A real quick. Yeah, I'm gonna grab, what you want, number one, chicken sandwich. Teriyaki chicken, want one? Hey, hold on, baby. Let me taste one of them. Let me taste the orange chicken too. Can I do the teriyaki and the orange? Yeah, 2 meats, rice, and side. All right. I gotta go. Whatever you plan on selling, start giving it away for free on the internet. And now the person that was on their way to Chick-fil-A, i.e. somewhere else, turns and buys from you. I gotta go. So we said, time, thought, attention, and skill. Oh, I don't have time to get into this, but here's the example, and I'm out. I'm gonna do the example on the stage and walk off the stage. Drop mic. This is you. You are standing in the skill that you know how to do. Know how to do hair, know how to help kids, know how to do whatever your thing is. Yell it out. What's your thing you know how to do? That. So you know how to do that, so you're here. But here's the issue. You know how to do what you do, but you don't know how to market what you do, so you can't get more customers. So you're here, but marketing is here. Then you're like, well, man, I just don't know how to close the sale, so sales is here. I don't know how to price my product, so pricing is here. I don't know how to create content, so content is here. Now, you're still all the way back here, standing in your skill, but it's a whole line of skills you don't have yet. I don't know how to market. I don't know how to sell. I don't know how to create content. I don't know how to run ads. I don't know how to get a site. I don't know how to get customers. I don't know how to do operations. I don't know how to create a course. I don't know how to get an audience. The only way to get from all the way over there to all the way over here is to invest in a skill. Are y'all getting this? See, some of you might have heard someone say, hey, sign up for this, and you're like, they just want to take from me. How? Because you assume that your skill will generate revenue, but you don't realize there's a whole line of other skills that you're missing. I was a speaker who wrote books. I knew how to speak, but I didn't know how to get on more stages. And here's the crazy part. You don't realize there's a hole in your pocket. Because for every day you don't invest in the skills, you lose money. It's not easy to get customers anymore on social media, which means it took you this long to figure out you need it, but now it costs more. But what if you invested in the skill years ago? If you had something to sell for $1,000, times 365 mean last year you lost $365,000. Times 2 over 700,000. Times 3 over $1 million. That's the sound of you losing money by not investing in a skill. Every second and every minute that you don't invest, you're losing money. You're losing money. I don't know. It costs you too much not to know in the information age. The ignorance tax. What don't I know? And if I knew it, I would make more, have more, become more. If you know it, I'll gladly pay you. Thank y'all so much for having me. I'm Marcus Y. Rhodes.
You can give to the Epic Nation by Cash App, $The Epic Nation, or text to give, 863-777-4514.
I'm in the right place.
I'm in the right place.
At the right time.
At the right time.
Doing the right thing.
Doing the right thing.
Meeting the right people.
Meeting the right people.
Saying the right words.
Saying the right words.
What God thinks.
I think.
What
God wants. I want.
And heaven's best
And heaven's best
is released over my life.
is released over my life.
This and more
This and more.
starting now.
Starting now.
In Jesus' name.
In